Hey guys, how's everyone doing? So today what I want to show you guys is a very simple mod that I've done on my motorcycle. So the stock headlamp is pretty bad. It's a 35 by 35 watt halogen, and even the high beam is really bad, as you can see. So what I've done is I've actually bought an LED bulb. This is from HJG. It seems pretty authentic. I don't know, there's many people that are selling this, so buy at your own risk, I guess. I got this on Amazon. Yeah, so it's a 40 by 60 watt. When you actually look at the specs inside, let me show that to you. So yeah, it is, so on low beam it is 30 to 40 watts, and on high beam it is 40 to 60, which is pretty decent. I wouldn't go more than that. I mean, there are bulbs available for like 80 watts and stuff like that. So the housing on my motorcycle for the headlamp is plastic, it's not glass, so probably end up melting it. This is the bulb, guys. I had a HJG bulb before this, which I think was duplicate, which fared pretty well. So this one seems a little different in construction to that. Not a huge or vast difference, but I can make out the difference. So this one seems to have 4 LED chips on it. Yeah, so let me open up the headlamp and then we'll see how we fix this on my motorcycle. Okay, so all we would be needing tools wise for this job is just your standard flathead screwdriver, or in local terms minus, right? So there's a screw here that you need to get at and open it to open the headlamp housing. So undo the screw. Once it comes out of the housing, what you do is you just crack it open like this. I'm just going to, oops, be careful not to lose the screw, guys. Yeah, just like that, it will come loose. So in the headlamp housing, this is for your parking lamp or pilot lamp. This is your headlamp, and this is the connector for the main housing. So we just need to undo that, and then let's move to a more convenient place and we can continue. So in case you were wondering, that's what it looks like inside your housing. Okay, I'll set it up in a way. I hope you guys can see it clearly. So this is your main connector, right? This is your pilot lamp, and this is your headlamp. What we need to do is we need to remove this, just to make things easy, right? So there is a dust cover on the stock setup. There would be a dust cover on here, right? And since we've changed to an LED setup, we can't do that because there is a fan on the bulb and stuff like that. Okay, can you see this pin here? What we need to do is we need to push it down and out, right? So I'll do that again. It hooks in here. We need to push it down and out, and that will loosen the bulb. That's how it comes loose. So as you can see, it is a 12 volt 35 by 35 watt. I mean, back in 2006 it was good, but as per today's standards, it's pretty bad actually. It doesn't illuminate the road as good. Of course, you also have the degradation of your reflector as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually clean the inside of this, and then we'll fix the new bulb and see how it goes. Okay, so the question is, how do you clean the inside of your headlamp lens? Very simple, guys. Just get a clean or a brand new microfiber cloth, put it through that, Ideally it will be good if you can remove this, but it's fine, you can manage. Make sure not to insert the whole thing so that you'll have sufficient place to pull it out, right? You can see the cloth inside. Take your screwdriver, be very careful, don't scratch the inside of the lens. Make sure you find, you know, the place where the cloth is the thickest, the most, and just gently swirl it around inside. So I'm going to do that. Let me clean it and we'll continue. So I've cleaned the headlamp lens. Let me show it to you guys. So that's what it looks like, all cleaned up. As you can make out, it looks all shiny and nude. I would avoid putting any solution or anything inside to clean it. Just a dry cloth does the job. Yeah, so let us continue our work. Okay, so I'm reinserting. So as you can see, even the pilot bulb is an LED. It's a Philips T10. Serves me good, works well, no issues till date. Plugging that back in. Now we take our new bulb. So this is a H4 or HS1. That's what we need to use in our motorcycle, right? So there are certain slots that need to fit in accordingly. So you find it and you fit the bulb in. You'll have to ensure that you don't damage the bulb, right? Can you make out? So there is a slot here which is the biggest, and there is a slot here, and there is a slot here. 3 slots, they fix in. It's a little bit of a fidgety process, but if you get it done right, you wouldn't have an issue, right? That's simple, guys. So we have the new bulb in. Check to see if it's fixed in place. We have a fan here, which I will show you. This unscrews. You actually have a fan to keep the LED running cool. So I'll fix it on the bike and then we'll see how it looks. I go back to fix this on the bike. What I want you to be careful about is, can you see there is a tiny screw there? So this clamp needs to go under that screw, right? You can't clamp it on top. It will end up bending, or it may break either the bulb, or it may damage the bulb or damage the housing. So be careful of that. Right on this side, you can see the clamp is holding the bulb down and it is locked in place right there, right? It locks in place there. So that's how you fix a new bulb in. Let me go to the bike now and we can fix it. One more thing, guys, I forgot to mention. Now as you can see, this is different when compared to our stock halogen, right? So the stock halogen has the connecting tips on the bulb itself, whereas here you have a little unit, right, a regulator unit, and then you have your plug. Now this needs to be connected to our headlamp housing here, right here. So you just plug and play, just plug it in like that, right? And this goes into the main wire housing of the motorcycle. So I'll connect that and we'll see how it goes. So I've actually just plugged it in. I've not fixed it back on the bike. I just want to show you guys what the throw looks like. So let me just turn it on, turn the headlamp on, and let's see how it looks. Yeah, there we go, guys. That's our low beam, and this is our high beam. Low beam, high beam. I mean, it's broad daylight now, so it may not look like much, but we will test it out in the night to see what it looks like. And if you use the pass, that's how fast it is. Just the pass without the headlamp on, right? Okay, time to fix it back onto the motorcycle. So we plug the main connector back in. Okay, like that, clicks in. Slightly a fidgety process, so make sure not to damage any wires anywhere, guys. Right. It is a little bit of a fidgety process, so let me fix it on the bike and then we'll see how it goes from there. So I think it is actually fixed onto the motorcycle. check on the sides. Seems to be pretty good, the seal, right? We can adjust the angle later. So at this point all you do is just screw Can you see that screw right there? So we just screw that back in and we are good to go, right? Screw it back in. Yep, let's check the headlamp one more time. It's your parking light or pilot. It's your headlamp, low beam, high beam. I think it works pretty good, works pretty nicely. We will check it out in the night as well. But yeah, as you guys can see, pretty simple process, simple mod. One thing to keep in mind, guys, so this is really important. When you are fixing LED headlamps, it is always recommended to point them facing as low as possible, right? We don't want to blind the other drivers on the road. We don't want to cause temporary blindness, just like how we don't like it when people, shine high beam in our way or in our direction. We should also reciprocate the same, right? So always make sure to point your beams downward. On the highway it's different, right? You can adjust it accordingly, but within the city, make sure to not cause any inconvenience to oncoming drivers. So that's it, guys, for today's video. If you like content like this, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or doubts or anything, we can discuss them in the comment section. You can also find me on Instagram. I will leave the link in the description box. Take care, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.